Where do I even start with on Texas? First of all, let's talk about the weather. It's hot, it's dry, and it's just plain miserable. Have you ever tried to go outside in the summer in Texas? It's like walking into an oven. And if you think you can escape the heat by heading to the coast, think again. The Gulf of Mexico is just a giant bathtub full of poison ivy and jellyfish. And let's not forget about the natural disasters. Texas seems to have it all. Hurricanes, tornadoes, wildfires, and even the occasional earthquake. And when one of these disasters strikes, the state is woefully unprepared to handle it. Just look at what happened with Hurricane Harvey in 2017. The state was completely flooded and people were stranded in their homes for days without any help from the government. But it's not just the natural disasters that are a problem. The state is also home to a number of environmental hazards, including air pollution and contaminated water sources. Next up, the people. Now, I'm sure there are some nice folks in Texas, but let's be real, most of them are just plain rude. The accent can be a little hard to understand at times, and don't even get me started on the cowboy hats and jeans. Texans are known for their big personalities and their love of guns, but in reality, they're just a bunch of cowboys with delusions of grandeur. Speaking of people, the drivers are also terrible. Have you ever tried to drive in Texas? It's like a game of chicken, with everyone trying to outdo each other on the road. I've never seen more drivers cut off and lanes hogged anywhere else. It's not just the driver's fault either. Don't even think about trying to drive during rush hour. You'll be stuck in standstill traffic for hours on end. But it's not just the roads that are a disaster. The public transportation system is a joke. It's practically non-existent in most parts of the state, so if you don't have a car, good luck getting around. Let's not forget about the food either. Don't get me wrong, I love barbecue as much as the next person, but come on, there has to be more to the culinary scene in Texas than just meat and potatoes. And let's not forget about the Tex-Mex. It's just a bunch of overpriced, greasy tacos and burritos. Where's the creativity? It's a type of cuisine that's supposed to be a combination of Mexican and American food, but it's just a mess of overcooked beans, soggy chips, and unidentifiable meat. Trust us, you're better off sticking with a nice, bland bowl of oatmeal. Now, let's talk about the state's politics, which is a bit of an iffy issue. Texas has a reputation for being a red state, and let's just say the political climate can be a bit controversial. From the constant battles over reproductive rights to the widespread denial of climate change, it can be tough to find common ground with some of the politicians in Texas. And let's not forget about the voter suppression tactics that seem to pop up every election cycle. It's enough to make your head spin. Now, let's talk about the sports scene in Texas. Football reigns supreme in the Lone Star State. However, all the sports fanaticism can be a double-edged sword. Sure, it's great to have such a strong sport culture, but it can also lead to some intense rivalries and heated debates. And let's not forget about the sky-high ticket prices and the not-so-great stadium experiences. It's enough to make you want to stick to watching sports from the comfort of your own couch. Furthermore, the cost of living in Texas is getting pretty bad. It's skyrocketing, especially in the bigger cities like Houston and Dallas. Good luck finding an affordable place to live. And don't even think about trying to find a parking spot in those cities. It's like a never-ending battle for real estate on the streets. But hey, at least Texas is tax-friendly, right? But with the state's lack of a personal income tax, many of the services and amenities that are funded by taxes in other states are either lacking or subpar in Texas. And let's not even get started on the insect population. Texas is infected with mosquitoes, fire ants, and every other type of creepy crawler you can think of. There's never a dull moment in the great outdoors. Oh yeah, one final thing. Saying everything is bigger in Texas does not make you look cool. It's pretty cringy. These are all the reasons why Texas is the worst state. But hey, at least we got fancy cowboy hats to make up for all of it, right? Thanks for watching, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to comment which location you'd like to see roasted next.